Welcome to Historic Coin, where every video takes you on a captivating journey into the past, and today's adventure is no exception. In this episode, we're going to unlock the fascinating story of the 1960 British One Shilling coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, a piece of history that carries far more than just monetary value. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that has silently witnessed the transformations of an entire era. The shifting tides of the British Empire, the rise of new nations, and the changing face of currency itself. This isn't just metal, it's a storyteller. I promise you, by the time you reach the end of this video, you'll see this coin not just as currency but as a tangible link to the heart of mid-20th century Britain. So stay with me, because what you're about to discover will make you appreciate this little piece of silver-toned beauty like never before. The historical context of 1960 Britain. The year 1960 was a pivotal moment for Britain. The nation was still adjusting to the post-war world. The empire was shrinking, and social changes were rapidly shaping the modern United Kingdom. This was the period often referred to as the winds of change, when colonies were gaining independence and Britain was redefining its place on the global stage. Economically, the shilling was still a vital part of daily transactions, representing 1/20th of a pound sterling. It was the kind of coin that would pass through the hands of shopkeepers, school children, factory workers, and even soldiers stationed abroad. The 1961 shilling coin captured the essence of a Britain balancing tradition with transformation, a theme that becomes clear when you explore its design and purpose. Material and specifications of the coin. Before we dive into the artistry, let's look at the technical details of the 1961 shilling coin. This coin was minted in cupro-nickel, an alloy that replaced silver in British coins after 1947. It measured 23.5 millimeters in diameter and weighed around 5.65 grams, making it a sturdy and practical size for everyday use. The edge was milled, not only adding to its grip, but also serving as a subtle anti-counterfeiting measure. While its face value was modest, the quality of its production was anything but. These coins were struck with precision at the Royal Mint, ensuring consistency in design and durability for circulation. Even decades later, many surviving pieces still retain remarkable detail, a testament to the craftsmanship of the period. Obverse design. A regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The obverse side of the coin features a youthful and elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing to the right. This portrait, designed by Mary Gillick, stands out for its simplicity and grace. Unlike later coinage that often depicted the Queen wearing a crown, this design shows her with a laurel wreath in her hair, evoking classical imagery of peace and victory. Surrounding her portrait are the Latin words Elizabethzo Dei Gratia Regina, which translate to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. The lettering is bold yet refined, complementing the soft detail of the Queen's profile. This side of the coin reflects not just her authority as monarch, but also her role as a symbol of continuity during an era of change. Reverse design. The English crest, with royal crown. Turning the coin over reveals a powerful emblem of national identity. The reverse side displays the crowned shield of England, bearing the three lions passant guardant, a heraldic symbol with roots going back to Richard the Lionheart in the 12th century. Above the shield sits the royal crown, representing the monarchy's enduring presence. The date, 1960, is divided on either side of the crown, subtly balancing the design. Around the edge, the inscription reads, Fid Def One Shilling, with Fid Def short for Fidei Defensor, meaning Defender of the Faith, a title held by British monarchs since the time of Henry VIII. This combination of heraldry, text, and symmetry makes the reverse a striking visual statement of national pride. Symbolism. Embedded in the coin. Every detail on this coin has meaning. The laurel wreath on the Queen's head connects her image to the ancient tradition of crowning victors, linking Britain's modern monarchy to classical ideals. The three lions on the shield are centuries-old emblems of courage, unity, and sovereignty, appearing on English coats of arms since the medieval period. Even the milled edge is symbolic. It's a reminder of the days when coins were made of precious metals, and milling helped prevent clipping. Together, these elements make the 1961 shilling a carefully balanced mix of practicality, heritage, and artistry. The role of the shilling in daily life. In 1960, the shilling was more than just a small coin. It was a functional part of Britain's complex pre-decimal currency system. 12 pence made a shilling, and 20 shillings made a pound. People used it for everything from buying groceries to paying for bus fares. School children might save their shillings for toys or sweets, while adults would carry them in change purses for everyday purchases. It was a coin familiar to everyone, yet its design gave it an air of dignity that made it stand out from more modest denominations. Holding one in your hand in 1960 was an everyday experience, but looking at it closely revealed layers of meaning and history. Pre-decimal currency system and the shilling's value. The British pre-decimal currency system could seem complicated to outsiders, but for people in 1960, it was second nature. With pounds, shillings, and pence making up the system, mental arithmetic was an essential skill. 1 shilling was worth exactly 1/20th of a pound, or 12 old pence. This value gave it a middle ground role, more substantial than small copper coins, but still affordable for daily spending. When decimalization arrived in 1971, the shilling was replaced by the 5 new pence coin, which had the same size and value but marked the end of an era. The 1961 shilling thus belongs to the final decade before one of the biggest shifts in British monetary history. Minting and circulation. The Royal Mint produced large numbers of the 1961 shilling coin to meet the demands of circulation across the UK and some overseas territories. Coins were struck to high standards, with attention to detail that ensured designs remained crisp even after years of use. The choice of cupronickel meant they could withstand constant handling without tarnishing like silver coins of earlier generations. Today, collectors can still find well-preserved examples, and those in uncirculated condition are especially sought after. The fact that so many have survived in good condition is a tribute to the robust quality of mid-20th century British coinage. Collector interest and rarity. While the 1961 shilling is not considered extremely rare, its value to collectors lies in its historical significance and condition. Common circulated examples may have modest market value, but coins in mint state or proof-like condition can fetch higher prices. Numismatists appreciate this coin for its combination of elegant design, durable composition, and the snapshot it provides of Britain in 1960. For those building a complete set of pre-decimal shillings, the 1960 issue is a must-have, especially when paired with earlier silver versions and later decimal counterparts. The transition to decimalization. The arrival of decimal currency in 1971 transformed Britain's coinage system. The shilling's role was officially ended, though its size and value lived on in the new 5-pence coin. This transition marked a significant cultural change, as older generations had to adapt to new values and denominations. For many, the 1961 shilling became a keepsake, a reminder of a time when the pound, shilling, and pence ruled wallets and tills. In this way, the coin became more than just a monetary tool. It became a bridge between two distinct chapters of British financial history. Today, over 6 decades after it was struck, the 1960 British One Shilling continues to hold meaning for historians, collectors, and everyday people. It tells a story of monarchy, tradition, and the everyday lives of millions. It captures a moment when Britain stood between the past and the future, holding on to its rich heritage while embracing change. For those who collect or study coins, it's a perfect example of how something so small can carry so much cultural and historical weight. And here on Historic Coin, it's our mission to bring such stories to life, one coin at a time, so that when you hold a 1961 shilling, you don't just see metal, you feel history in the palm of your hand.